Chinmoy Ghatak is asking that most agencies are projecting Indian economy is shrinking, such as CARE. They are saying that minus 20% year on year. Moody's is saying so, and but Nifty has recovered to 95% of its peak from February 20th. Is a correction expected soon? What is value search strategy to advise stocks in such unclear scenario? Very honestly, we don't know, and we are also quite surprised by what is happening. And we definitely did not expect such a sharp recovery, almost 95% recovery on the market. And the numbers that we are getting, the first quarter result, full quarter result that we have got, is quite disappointing. 49% decline in sales for the 1,000 companies that have reported their earnings. That is a huge decline. But everybody is of the belief that this is temporary. This will pass, and this will pass in 4 to 6 quarters. And I think we are approaching it that way. Besides that, the liquidity in the market, from the foreign investors, from the domestic investors, nobody is pulling out money. The market is going up, so that itself is becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy, because people are now fearful of taking that money out, because all the people who took their money out in the month of March or April, they are disappointed. So nobody knows. At Value Research, what we do? We don't do anything. We don't try to guess the market. We at Value Research, we think that most common investors are good to be investing. They should be investing their long-term money, the money that you don't need in the next 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You should not be investing that money in equity in the first place. I don't invest my money which I need in the next 2 years or 3 years. Of course, I don't need to. But so if first is that the money that you don't need in 5 years and more should be invested in equity, so that it does not cause anxiety. Then comes I think the level of it's very difficult to guess the state of the market. Then comes choosing good funds for your long-term investment, and be extremely conservative with your short-term investments. As you would have seen in all the questions that I answer, that when it comes to equity, I don't mind recommending the risky fund or the aggressive fund, but when it comes to fixed income, we just err on the side of caution, because that you can't really take chances with the money which you need after 2 months, 1 week, 3 months, 1 year, because and it will be for a goal which will be important and non-negotiable. So go with that. And about equity, I think there are great stocks. You would have witnessed that in the whole decline that we saw in the month of March, there are stocks which did not fall. They did not fall at all. In fact, on the contrary, most of them have actually gone up from there. There is an outlier segment. There are companies which do very well irrespective of the state of the market, and or their prices don't go down. In fact, we had a watch list of about 25 stocks which we wanted to recommend in Value Research Stock Advisor, and we had our price limits where we will be tempted to recommend them. And of those 25 stocks, we were able to recommend just 2 or 3 of them in the month of March, when the market fell so freely. A big decline, 20-25% decline overall. Still, many of those stocks just did not fall, and we did not get an opportunity to share those recommendations with our user base or our subscribers, simply because they did not come in our price radar. So there are great stocks, there are outliers, and at Value Research Stock Advisor, we are very focused on choosing a great company, which if you hold it for 5-10 years, you should be wealthy. And we will also go wrong with some of them, and we will go exceedingly right, or we will get some of those stocks can become very rewarding. There are thinking is that some great companies, if you get hold of them, ride your winners. So that's the kind of strategy which we follow. We don't try to guess the market, and I think it is not possible to guess the market where it will go in the short run.